The St. Louis manager is speaking at a press conference, proud, confident. I want to introduce our new pitcher. His name is Allen Sothoron, and he is special, very special. The reporters write notes. What makes him special? The manager smiles. We trained him specifically for Ty Cobb, 6 months, just to stop Cobb. We studied his movements, analyzed his swing, found his weaknesses. Sothoron will not allow Cobb to get hits, I guarantee it. The pitcher steps to the podium. Young, athletic. His eyes show incredible confidence. They call me the Cobb Stopper, because that is what I am. Cobb will not hit off me. You will see in the first game. The headlines next day, St. Louis's new weapon, Cobb Stopper. Cobb reads the newspaper, quietly, makes no comment, but his teammates notice. Cobb trains harder that day. In batting practice, he hits every ball cleanly, focused, ready. The first matchup day arrives, stadium is full, everyone wondering, will the Cobb Stopper actually stop him, or is he just another overconfident rookie? The first pitch comes, and something happens. But what? And does the Cobb Stopper actually work? St. Louis, Missouri. Sportsman's Park, June 12th, 1917. The St. Louis Browns are struggling. Last place in the American League. 18 wins, 32 losses. They need something, anything. A spark, a change, a hope. Their manager, Fielder Jones, believes he has found it. Allen Sothoron, 24 years old, right-handed pitcher, called up from the minor leagues 2 months ago. Good fastball, decent curve. But more importantly, he has something else, obsession. For the past 6 months, Sothoron has done nothing but study Ty Cobb, every at-bat, every game, every pattern. His pitching coach in the minors noticed it. Allen, why are you only watching Cobb footage? Sothoron, because Cobb is the problem. Every team in the league struggles against him. If I can solve Cobb, I solve everything. The coach thought this was strange, unhealthy even, but Sothoron was determined. He created notebooks, detailed charts, statistical breakdowns. Inside pitches, Cobb pulls 73% of the time. Outside pitches, opposite field 68% of the time. High fastballs on 2-0 counts, chases 41% of the time. Low curves with 2 strikes, takes 59% of the time. Every tendency, every habit, every weakness, documented, memorized, practiced. When Sothoron was called up to St. Louis, he brought his notebooks, showed them to manager Fielder Jones. I can stop Cobb. I have studied him more than anyone. Now I know what he does before he does it. Jones was skeptical. Every pitcher thinks they can get Cobb out, until they face him. But Sothoron was different. His preparation was unlike anything Jones had seen. You really think you can stop him? I do not think. I know. Give me 1 game against Detroit. I will prove it. Jones scheduled a press conference, June 10th. 2 days before Detroit comes to town. Jones stands at the podium. Gentlemen, our new pitcher Allen Sothoron has been preparing 6 months to face Ty Cobb. He has studied every at-bat, every tendency, every weakness. Cobb will not get hits off Sothoron. This is a guarantee. The reporters are surprised. Managers never guarantee anything, especially against Ty Cobb. Sothoron steps forward, young face, confident posture. I have spent 6 months preparing for Ty Cobb. I know his swing better than he knows it. They are calling me the Cobb Stopper, and that name is accurate. Cobb will not hit off me. The reporters write furiously. The articles run next day. Browns pitcher, I am the Cobb Stopper. Sothoron guarantees Cobb will not get hits. Detroit. Tigers Hotel. June 11th. Cobb is reading the St. Louis newspapers. The headlines, the quotes, the guarantee. His teammates expect him to be angry, but Cobb just folds the newspaper, says nothing. At practice, reporters approach him. Ty, did you read what the Browns pitcher said? Cobb, I read it. He calls himself the Cobb Stopper. What is your response? Cobb, my response will be on the field tomorrow. That evening, Cobb does extra batting practice, by himself, for 2 hours. The coach notices. Ty, you seem intense. Cobb, I am preparing. It is never just another game, especially when someone guarantees I will fail. Tomorrow I will show Sothoron what preparation really means. June 12th. Game day. Sportsman's Park is packed. 14,000 fans. Most the Browns have had all season. Everyone wants to see it. The Cobb Stopper versus Ty Cobb. The pre-game atmosphere is electric. Sothoron is warming up in the bullpen, throwing hard, looking confident. His catcher says, "Allen, you ready for this?" Sothoron, "I have been ready for 6 months. Cobb does not scare me. I know him too well." First inning, Tigers batting. Cobb leads off, steps to the plate. The crowd buzzes. This is it. The moment everyone has been waiting for. Sothoron is on the mound, looking at Cobb, seeing everything his notebooks told him. Cobb's stance, his hand position, his weight distribution, all exactly as studied. Sothoron feels confident. He knows this. First pitch. Fastball inside. According to his notes, Cobb pulls inside pitches. Sothoron expects a swing. Cobb does not swing, just watches it. Ball 1. Sothoron is confused. His notes said, Cobb swings at that pitch. Second pitch. Curveball outside. His notes say Cobb takes this pitch 68% of the time. Cobb swings, line drive, into right field, clean single. Cobb is on first base. Sothoron is stunned. That was not supposed to happen. Not on the second pitch. Not that easily. Cobb steals second base on the next pitch, standing on second, looking at Sothoron. No expression, just standing. Third inning, Cobb batting again, second at bat. Sothoron is more careful now. He adjusts his approach, first pitch, change-up, trying to disrupt Cobb's timing. Cobb waits. Perfectly, drives it to left field. On double, Cobb on second base again. 2 for 2. Sothoron's confidence is cracking. This is not what his notebooks predicted. Fifth inning, Cobb batting for the third time. Sothoron is frustrated now, angry. His preparation is not working. Nothing is working. He tries a different sequence. High fastball. Cobb takes it. Ball 1. Low curve. Cobb watches it. Ball 2. Another fastball. Middle of the plate. Cobb swings. Line drive. Center field. Single. 3 for 3. The crowd is silent. The Cobb Stopper is not stopping anything. Seventh inning. Fourth at-bat. Sothoron is defeated mentally. His manager comes to the mound. "Allen, what is happening?" "I do not know. Everything I studied, everything I prepared, it is not working. He is hitting everything." "Can you get him out?" Sothoron hesitates. "I will try." But his voice has no confidence. First pitch, fastball. Cobb drives it, deep to right center, triple, 4 for 4. Sothoron stands on the mound, staring. His entire worldview is collapsing. Ninth inning, fifth at-bat. Sothoron is still pitching. Manager left him in, punishment maybe, or hoping for one out. One small victory. Cobb steps to the plate. The crowd gives him a standing ovation. Even in St. Louis, even against their team, they respect what they are seeing. Perfection. Sothoron throws. Not with confidence, just going through the motions. Fastball. Cobb hits it. Hard, line drive, left field, single, 5 for 5. Perfect game. Cobb has 5 hits in 5 at-bats. Against the pitcher who guaranteed he would get none. Game ends. Browns lose 8-2. Cobb's final line, 5 for 5, 2 doubles, 1 triple, 3 runs scored. After the game, reporters swarm both clubhouses. In the Browns clubhouse, Sothoron sits at his locker, still in his uniform, staring at nothing. A reporter approaches carefully. "Allen, can we get a comment?" Sothoron does not look up. "No. Cobb went 5 for 5 against you, after you guaranteed he would not get hits. What happened?" Sothoron finally looks at the reporter. His eyes are empty. "I do not know. I studied him. I prepared. I knew what he would do. But he did not do it. Or he did it differently. Or I was wrong about everything." "Are you still the Cobb Stopper?" Sothoron's face shows pain. "I am nothing. That name is a joke now. I am a joke." In the Tigers clubhouse, Cobb is calm, cleaning his equipment. Reporters surround him. "Ty, 5 for 5 against a pitcher who spent 6 months studying you. Oh, how did you do it?" Cobb, "Baseball is not played in notebooks. You can study all you want, but the game happens in real time, on the field, with real pitches. Sothoron studied film, but film does not adjust. Film does not adapt. I do. Did you change your approach because you knew he studied you? Of course. If someone tells you they know all your patterns, you change the patterns. He expected me to pull inside pitches, so I took them. He expected me to take outside curves, so I hit them. Preparation is good, but adaptability is better. June 15th, 3 days later. Detroit versus St. Louis. Game 2 of the series. Manager Fielder Jones has a decision. Does he pitch Sothoron again? Give him a chance to redeem himself? Or does he protect him? Avoid more damage. Jones decides to pitch him. Allen, you are starting today. Sothoron looks up, fear in his eyes. Against Cobb? Against Detroit, which includes Cobb. Can you do it? Sothoron nods slowly, but his body language says no. Game starts. First inning. Cobb leads off, steps to the plate, makes eye contact with Sothoron. Sothoron looks away, cannot hold the gaze. First pitch, fastball, middle of the plate. Cobb hits it. Single. Second inning, Cobb batting again. Sothoron is pitching scared now, trying not to give Cobb anything good, but scared pitching is bad pitching. Fastball outside, Cobb reaches, drives it, double, third inning, Cobb up again. Sothoron is broken, everyone can see it. His mechanics are falling apart, his confidence is gone. Curveball, hangs. Cobb crushes it, triple, fourth inning. Sothoron is pulled from the game. Manager Jones has seen enough. Or a final line, 4 at-bats for Cobb, 4 hits. Sothoron walks to the dugout, head down, defeated. After the game, Jones calls Sothoron into his office. Allen, I need to talk to you about the next series. Sothoron sits down. Detroit is coming back to town next week. I am thinking about your rotation slot. I understand. I will be ready. Jones shakes his head. That is not what I mean. I am asking if you want to pitch against them, against Cobb. Sothoron is silent for a long moment. Then, no. I cannot pitch against him. Not right now. Maybe not ever. He is in my head. I see him every time I throw. Even when he is not batting. I am pitching to ghosts, to fear. I am mentally finished. Jones tries to encourage him. It is just 2 bad games. You can recover. Can I? I spent 6 months studying him. You're convinced myself I knew everything. Built my entire identity around being the Cobb Stopper. And then he destroyed that identity in 10 at-bats, 9 hits, no outs. I am not the Cobb Stopper. I am the player Cobb stopped. My career, my confidence, everything. Jones has no answer, because Sothoron is right. Next week, Detroit returns to St. Louis. Sothoron is scheduled to pitch the second game, but the day before, he goes to Jones. I cannot do it. I cannot face him again. Please, use someone else. Jones reassigns him. Sothoron pitches the 4th game. Detroit does not play Cobb, gives him a rest day. Sothoron pitches well. 6 innings, 2 runs. But everyone knows, he is avoiding Cobb. The season continues. Sothoron pitches against every team, except when Cobb is playing. His record, 8-12, ERA, 4.20. Not terrible, but not good. And everyone knows why. He cannot pitch against Detroit when Cobb plays. The media writes about it. Sothoron avoids Cobb. Cobb Stopper stops himself. The nickname that was supposed to make him famous becomes the joke that destroys him. 1918 season. Sothoron is still with the Browns, still avoiding games when Cobb plays. His teammates notice. Allen, you cannot avoid him forever. Sothoron, watch me. But it eats at him. The fear, the humiliation, the knowledge that one player has such power over him. By 1919, Sothoron requests a trade. I need to go to the National League, away from Cobb. He is traded to Boston Braves, National League. Cobb is in the American League. They will never face each other again. Sothoron pitches 3 more years. Mediocre record. Retires in 1922. Years later, a reporter asks Sothoron about his career. The interview turns to Ty Cobb. Allen, what happened with you and Cobb? You studied him for 6 months. Guaranteed he would not get hits. Then he went 9 for 9 in 2 games. What went wrong? Sothoron thinks for a long time. Everything went wrong. I thought baseball was a science, that if you studied enough, prepared enough, you could predict everything, control everything. But Cobb taught me that baseball is not science. It is art. It is adaptation. It is intelligence meeting preparation and beating it. I studied his past. He lived in the present. I knew what he had done. He knew what I was going to do. And that difference destroyed me. Do you regret calling yourself the Cobb Stopper? Every day, that name defined my career, but not the way I wanted. I became famous for failing. Oh, for being the pitcher who claimed he could stop Cobb and then got stopped by Cobb. If I could go back, I would say nothing, make no guarantees, just pitch. But I was young, arrogant, thought I had discovered something nobody else knew. Cobb showed me I knew nothing. Ty Cobb, when asked about Sothoron years later, is more generous. Sothoron was a good pitcher. His mistake was not his pitching, it was his mouth. He made guarantees he could not keep, built expectations he could not meet. And when he failed, he had nobody to blame but himself. I respected his preparation. I did not respect his arrogance. Baseball humbles arrogant players. I just helped that process along. The story of the Cobb Stopper becomes a cautionary tale in baseball, about the danger of overconfidence, about making guarantees you cannot keep. And what about studying the game versus understanding it? Allen Sothoron had all the preparation, all the data, all the analysis, but he lacked the one thing that mattered, the ability to adapt when his preparation failed. And against Ty Cobb, preparation always failed, because Cobb was not predictable, he was adaptable. And adaptability beats preparation, every time. So here is the question. When you prepare for something, do you prepare for success? Or do you prepare for adaptation? Because preparation gets you to the game, but adaptation wins the game. Allen Sothoron prepared to stop Ty Cobb, but he did not prepare for Cobb to change, to adapt, to be unpredictable, and that unpreparedness cost him everything, his confidence, his career, his identity. The Cobb Stopper became the player Cobb stopped, and that is the lesson. That's you cannot stop someone by knowing their past. You stop them by matching their present, and Ty Cobb's present was always better than anyone's preparation.